It's like you told me, go for it slowly. It's not a race till the end. Well, you look like yourself, but you're somebody else. Only it ain't on the surface. Well, you talk like yourself. No, I hear someone else. Though now you're making me nervous.
All right, welcome back to Morning Coffee with Rick Alexander. Of course, big push this week is we are doing these in audio form. We're doing these in video form. And the whole push for me, the big challenge for me is to not screw up like I just did and then have to be able to go back and edit it. And so it really pushes me to get into a flow state with my message and everything. And it's very rare that I could do it one time through. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to keep pushing that way. But if you guys want to interact with me, the best way to do that is at Rick Alexander _ or at the Morning Coffee Podcast on Instagram. Slide into my DMs if you want to talk about the Clarity Academy. We do have the retreat coming up September 27th. Registration is open for that. We only have 5 spots left. And so if you're interested in working through the Clarity Academy curriculum in a very intense 3-day experience, I've also got guest speakers coming. I'm getting ready to start announcing them soon. It'll just be a great weekend of growth. If you're interested in that, go to rickalexander.com or hit me up on Instagram and we can talk about whether that will be a good program for you or not. Yesterday, we talked a little bit about sort of knowing the answers. And in that message, I was talking about what kind of season are you going through in life. And it is very helpful to understand the season that you're going through, because it's sometimes we don't have our focus in the right place, right? Because the way that you position yourself with the things in your life matters based on the season, right? One of the messages I talked about a long time ago is this idea that, are you playing offense or are you playing defense? What's happening right now? Maybe you're going through something in life where it's just this, everything is coming at you and you're not in a position to thrive. You are in defensive mode. It's you just need the dust to settle so that you can collect your things and figure out a game plan and then move on, going forward, right? You guys on the video version, by the way, you're going to see all of my crazy, I talk with my hands. I'd be doing the same thing if it was just a mic. So here we are. All right. So the position in which the way that you position yourself based on the season in your life matters, right? Because if it's a position where it's time to thrive, it's time to really push and to find your authentic expression in your life and to really figure it out. That's an offensive position, and you can't play offense by playing defense. Those are different strategies, right? You do not get rich by trying not to go broke. Completely different ways about going about the problem. And so if you can conceptualize the season that you're at in your life, then you can figure out what is the best way for me to position myself in that season so that I can be as successful as possible based on what I'm going through and what I want to achieve. Maybe I just want to get through this season. And, I went through last year was a season of a lot of painful lessons and growth, and me very destabilizing as I was grappling with thoughts that were getting pulled. And it's in that, do you know what my posture was in that time? It was very much, I was doing tons of journaling, tons of writing, and just trying to make sense of the world. One of the things I always say is that I read to make sense of the world, but then I write to make sense of my world. Yeah, which is why I think everyone should have some sort of a journaling practice, because it really does help you objectify your thoughts and get some space from them. And so in that season of my life, I'm really just trying to grapple with thoughts, and I'm listening to thought leaders, and I'm consuming podcasts, and I'm reading books, and I was doing some psychedelic journeys, and I was really just trying to, what do I believe? Just trying to figure out. That's a different strategy. And then you start to make the pieces are going to start to come together, and you start to come into alignment with what you want. And as that happens, it's time to figure out a new plan in life. This past winter, I moved out to Colorado. I was snowboarding a lot. I was seriously working maybe a couple days a week. And other than that, I was snowboarding. I snowboarded 40 something days in 3 months. It was a lot. A little over 3 months. But so I was snowboarding constantly, and that was I had always wanted to experience a Colorado winter where I got to do that, where I got to basically just be a junkie for the mountains, right? And I did it. And then coming out of that season, I hit a point where I was okay, it's time to consolidate gains, figure out what's my next high point, where am I going to go, what am I looking to do, what do I want my next expression to be, what is my next posture, which is why you have to be able to position yourself for that that journey, the journey that you're on right there. And so then I consolidate gains, I figure out where I'm going, I set my new plan of action, and then I build that, and then I set all my meta goals and my KPIs that are going to tell me whether I'm on the path or off the path, and then I just continue on down the path, right? And it's a different season that requires a different posture, and that's, again, what I want to get across. Well, check this out. One of the things that I started noticing in my own life. Oh, I didn't tell you my coffee this morning. My coffee this morning is Four Sigmatic, and it's lion's mane is the mushroom. Very interesting blend. Really good, though. So, I just totally threw myself off. All right, so I got to push, though, because we're doing this video version. All right, so, so season in life. So you have to figure out where your positioning is for your current season in life. Now, one of the things that happened to me recently, so I told you I just went through a period where I consolidated gains. I find my next sort of North Star or high point or aim or whatever you want to call it, and I start setting and I start going that direction. Well, one of the things that's happened that I've realized is I don't necessarily know how to thrive. Like, I've been the underdog for my entire life, and maybe you have too. Like, maybe you've always conceptualized yourself as in a hole and digging yourself out. A lot of times, people that you see like self-sabotage, like I've lived in cycles of self-sabotage, and the reason I've always done that is because I don't know how to thrive. I don't know how to position myself. I don't know what my mindset needs to be. And so my current journey and my growth and my expression here is to figure out what is the mindset. Like, where am I? What do I need to be thinking about? Because what I'm finding keeps happening to me, and it's probably what keeps happening to you as well, is that because your mind knows how to sort of exist in a crappy environment, because you know how to have this underdog story in your head, and that's the way that you know that's what's comfortable for you, because all of that is true, you're going to keep recreating that environment so that you can be comfortable, not so that you can be optimized for what you're going through. And that's what I want today's message to be. So think about your current state. Think about your past when you have self-sabotaged and when you have brought yourself back down. It's like, then all of a sudden you're in this moment of comfort. Like, if you put me half in a hole or deeper in a hole, like, I'm the guy that can dig out. I know that about myself. And so I have to be careful that I don't always put myself back in that kind of trash environment so that I can climb out. Because an underdog story that stays the underdog forever is a trash story. It's garbage, right? Like, that's not the story we watch on TV. The guys that we watch on TV, tomorrow we're going to actually talk about like iconic movies, but the people that guy or girl, the people that we watch on TV that are pulling themselves out of the trenches, that have that underdog story, they then switch to a point where they thrive. But what the plot line very rarely talks about is how your mind actually has to think differently in order for you to be successful in this environment, because it's a new environment. So the way that you thought isn't going to help. That's what I'm trying to, I guess, convey right now and get across. Like, you have to think different if you want to get different. And so if you're in a different season in your life, where most of us are not wired to thrive, we're wired to survive. And so what do? We survive till we get our head above water, and then we cut everything apart, and we break everything, we smash everything to pieces, or we screw it up, or something happens, and then we fall back down to where we're comfortable, and then we start to strive up again. But I want to see you thrive. And I'm going to be honest with you, I want to thrive. Like, that's what I want for my life. Why would I not want that? Why would I not want that for you? Why would you not want that? The thing that you have to think about is, if you do want that for your life, you might have to, whenever you get out of this hole, whenever you dig up through experience, or maybe you're like kind of cresting the mountain right now. I feel like I've been a little bit plateaued for a bit, because I did climb out of some darker times in my life. Well, now I'm in a point where it's like, what is the mindset that I need in order to thrive? Like, because people that thrive think differently. And so now I have to surround myself with those people too. I can't surround myself 24/7 with the people that were in the hole with me, right? Especially if they're still in the hole and they're going to spend their lives in the hole. Like, they're going to help you there, but they're not going to help you here. What got you here isn't going to get you there. And so when you're thinking and conceptualizing what season of life you're in right now, what do you need to know in order to be successful in that season? And here's the hint: it's not what you knew that got you here, almost always. So you got to surround yourself with new people. You got to read new books. You got to push yourself, because you got to know your mind. It's going to slip back into that default survival position. So whatever you've been comfortable in, again, it doesn't have to be easy. It just has to have been comfortable. Your mind knows how to navigate the space. That's comfort. And so now thriving might be the most uncomfortable thing in the world. I think for most people it is, right? To be truly confident in yourself, to really love yourself, to really allow yourself to be happy, to get all of the things that you've ever wanted. You just have to let it happen. And so if you happen to be in a season in your life where malevolence isn't touching it, where bad things aren't happening, where you're just like building on a foundation that you took a lot of work to lay, don't self-sabotage and then go lay another foundation. Learn what you need to know in order to be successful in this current season in your life. And that is how you can actually level up, right? Like, you can't, a lot of times we level up and we get our head above it and we look over and then we just do something stupid. So we fall back down to where we were because that's what's comfortable. You got to change your life. You got to change your thoughts. And the way that you do that is to surround yourself with people and ideas that are good at what you're going through. Position yourself better based on your season in life to be successful. And when you get out of that season, you then have to recapitulate your thoughts around what you're going through so that you can be successful for the next season. So anyway, I hope this one made sense for you. I hope that you can really think about what it is that this current season in life is requiring of you so that you can be successful in it. Because I want to see you be successful. And I love you guys anyway. We'll talk tomorrow on Morning Coffee.
Girls, they used to play me. Teachers, they used to hate me. Used to ride in that Buick pretending it was Mercedes. Poof, made it reality. Used to be just fiction. Mama, look, I'm finally a magician. Everything I envision happened like abracadabra. My girl, she feel the same. Them dudes used to laugh at her. Now they wonder how she doing. Ask her, I be flattered. Her brain's been getting bigger. Ass been getting fatter. Yeah, we been eating great. Squeaky clean plates. I'm a rubber feet. She gon' feed me grapes. Then we'll make a movie for a fee. I leaked the tape. No, not really, but she's cheesing now. You should see her face. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm fine. I don't wake up feeling like I wanna die. No, cause I'm thriving now. I'm thriving now. Yeah, I'm thriving now. I'm thriving now. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm fine. I don't do the shit I used to do to survive now. Cause I'm thriving now. I'm thriving now. Yeah, I'm thriving now. I'm thriving now. I just wanna say sorry. I have been oh so selfish. Living my life, not too involved in no one else's. I guess I got too greedy. Scared to love freely. Can't hold a conversation. Blamed it on my ADD. Yeah, I blamed it on my habitat. Old habits stop. Die hard doing anything to have some racks. Stay running game. Always something to slang. Louis belts and J's. Ecstasy and yay. Used to post at the mall. Bootlegging beats by Dre. Then commute for 2 hours to earn my minimum wage. And that's just 10% of the ways that I got paid. The other 90% I gotta take to the grave. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm fine. I don't wake up feeling like I wanna die. No, cause I'm thriving now. I'm thriving now. Yeah, I'm thriving now. I'm thriving now. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm fine. I don't do the shit I used to do to survive. No, cause I'm thriving now. I'm thriving now. Yeah, I'm thriving now. I'm thriving now. Yeah, I'm good. 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 Yeah, I'm fine. I don't do the shit I used to do to survive, no. Cause I'm thriving now. I'm thriving now. Yeah, I'm thriving now. I'm thriving now.